Today is I did a whoops. I just noticed my note. As soon as I went live, I noticed that the length of the stream is not long enough. 11 minutes. Code for 7:30. I didn't add the 30 seconds for today. So there it is again. That slow thing. Interesting. My note was here from the last. I haven't been sleeping well. I've been staying up late on Discord, which is I was playing it. I think it started with Christmas. I went to midnight mass, which triggered that circuitry. I got that kind of sleep rather than this productive sleep. The more early to bed habit sleep, which is more so my sleep cycle is kind of waking up off of that circuitry, the make do circuitry. And I noticed the last couple streams I've been getting less focused, which so I've been popping and losing ideas. So there's a few ideas. The first note is that I have been up late. I've been staying up way too late last night. It's a habit I made while going out to the bars and partying. Of going out way too late and then slowly going out later and later until I just crash. It's like I don't like doing it, so I self-sabotage. So there's that. That isn't too bad. That the self-sabotaging of staying up too late isn't too bad. Do it and overdo it to the point that I crash and then I hit a reset where I take control again. Hopefully, I'm able to grab hold of the reins on that sooner today. On the last stream, I mentioned Discord typing, and then I kind of trailed off because I saw a squirrel, and I knew I was going to trail off and lose the thought, and I moved on with what the foundational point of the thought was, but I didn't mention. So without the headphones, my typing was getting better, and all this typing I'm doing on Discord is good to build up my typing speed. Which is a habit I used to do. I didn't log it the way I do it here, but I was every day. I was every day at one point, but I do believe I was doing every other day. I might not have. I might have just been doing 20 minutes every day. My old methodology for building habits was an hour just every day. Stick with it by sheer mode of gut of will, and I once streamed for a few months straight every day at about the same time every day. It gets thrown off easy though because it's not a habit. It's more of a task. It doesn't. Maybe after a few months of doing that, I would become a habit. Like the typing thing, I was doing that. No, I crashed. Same streaming, I didn't so much crash. I was really fascinated with my understanding of the market, and once I started to see that my marketing was working and my understanding of the community and how to get more tap into find the market that was most needing and have the most potential. I was doing it accurately. Once I basically proved out my theory and had peak viewers, I was basically okay, perfect, good. It was an experiment and it proved my point of the experiment. The whole point of it wasn't to get into streaming. It was test my ability and whether or not I was right about my ability or understanding or theory of how you would do it. So there's the Discord typing thing. So a little bit. I have last year I used to be a terrible PEC typer. Now I've completely picked it up. And at least from doing that. Only last year I did that. I've gone from being a PEC typer to properly typing quite. I would say based on Discord and other people, maybe the top 50%. I'm not entirely sure. A lot of people do clearly not have the quick typing habit, or a lot of them may be on their phone. Right, that does have an effect. But I feel better because my skills gone up. That's for certain. Yes, finish the thought on that. And I mentioned that I was showering, and so on the day I got confused and I thought it was my stream day, but it wasn't. I showered and it didn't feel right when I was doing my laundry. So I did. Instead of showering every day, I shower every day. Or every day, I'm just showering every other day. If I was working, I wouldn't. And I was able to do more financially. I wouldn't feel the need to put it off. I don't like being filthy. And my last note here is, because I want to turn this into more of a planning segment, I've been doing a kind of triage in my head. The idea I have, that one idea I keep mentioning that I think is really important, I've a few times could have used it. Instead of just explaining myself, I could have sent a link. Just thinking how much time I spend explaining myself to people. And if I had a video and I'd been keeping up on every time somebody brings up a comment, I could edit that, update that. Yeah, that would be very, very helpful. So that's triage point number one. I'm weighing out adding that versus adding a planning segment, because a little bit more planning. So I've this morning thought of branching off the stream. So when it gets a certain length, head back down to 5 minutes on this stream and take that other time that I've got the habit for streaming. So it should hopefully throw me off, and starting another stream. So maybe keep 10 minutes on this primary stream, because I do see his habit. So we'll see. Because we're getting to the point where I'm going to have 6 more streams, so 12 more days. 12 more days to sit and think on this, and I could knock off 5 minutes. Maybe I'll do it sooner. We'll never know. And then on that new branch, I'll add 30 seconds to that one. See, I might start splitting up these habits into a method of adding more habits. So, cleaning, that habit is getting to the point. It's getting pretty comprehensive. So soon I'll be cleaning everything every day, every time, instead of kind of balancing it off a little bit this time, a little bit what I didn't do last time, next time type thing. Programming, I've not done much programming at all. It's been mostly, this might be why I have difficulty programming, because the setup is so much investment in trying to get it to work. And then, but I'm building up the habit of doing it, making it work, and it is a toll. So I think it's a good habit. Once I've got things set up, I hope that time, because once I'm coding, it's easier when I'm actually writing the code. So that could go quite well. And if I break that up, right, branch it up in 20 days or whatever, when I've got the time set for my base. We'll see. I've got plenty of time to think on it, right? So there's my idea on my religious understanding. I got to pick between that and adding a triage segment. I don't need to really live stream editing that, but I could live stream planning, because I can watch it back. And I've already got watching it back as a habit, so I'd have double the stuff to watch back if I added another stream. I know the point of this is to add a stream. Break up the stream into a planning segment. If I break up the stream into a planning segment, I could just plan that other video. Maybe I could do planning segment doesn't have to be set for planning my schedule and my habits. I could, because it's going to get longer. That's an interesting thought I just had. Last night I didn't get a lot of sleep, so I'm not feeling super great. Not super great at all. I'm not training physically yet. I did do push-ups the other day. I jumped into it. I need to back up. I haven't done it in so long. I need to back up a little bit in where I was. So that's a habit. Training physically is a habit that I do have the circuitry for. So once I'm doing it again, I will probably keep doing it. So I need to do that for 2 weeks, then add the stretching on the other day. Today is my busy day with the stream. It always will be. So, this habit building practice it's going quite well. Yeah, I'm at 10 minutes, so some self-reflection here is, sorry, I had a viewer pop up. That's new. That's new. Yeah, so maybe I need to try and get better at projecting out. When you're planning, you need to X, Y, like instead of narrating events and plans, tell myself, like as if I'm telling myself. So you need to go out there and stick with the habit building. You need to sit down every day. You need to keep up the habit and little bit at a time. Jumping in too much is how you fail. Get your knees wet rather than jumping head first when you can't swim. Get comfortable with it. Get better at it because you're more comfortable with it. Get focused. Practice being focused. You're not taught how to do any of this. You're not taught how to better yourself. You're taught how to be reliant on somebody else because they want you to be reliant so that you continue to use them and use that habit. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him a day. Give a man a fish, he becomes dependent on you for his fish, and you can hold that against him and use that against him. So that's everything for today. My mind's managed to time that relatively well. Have a good one.